Hello, in today's video we will develop a very simple LabVIEW program which helps us to practice the property node a little bit and a general framework how we are creating simple LabVIEW application. Let's see the specification first. So this is the guess game, what we want to develop. It has a numerical input as a next guess and a button which is guess. If I'm pressing this, the program tries to figure out the number, not the program, sorry, the user tries to figure out the number which the program think has thought of. Currently, this is displayed here, so like this here, and the user give a number here, like 34. Guess if it's too high, then the result message is guess is too high, and the background is reddish. If it's too low, then it's blue, and after a while, if we are lucky or just we figure out the number, which is an integer number, actually, then the guess is good message appears and the background is green. And as always, the program quits by pressing the button quit. Okay. Also, it's important that when I start the program, it resets the result message and its background. It resets the next guess is sorry the this input as a next guess, so it goes to 0, and yeah, and it regenerates a number which is displayed here. Of course, in a real guess game, this number won't be displayed, but here we are practicing programming, not developing real application in this kind. Okay, so let's make it from the scratch. Okay, here we have our LabVIEW starting page. We're clicking on the create project and we are opening a blank project. Here we are. This is here. We immediately save it in in an appropriate place. Doesn't matter where. My case. This is the structure, and I'm naming it as guess game. Okay, here we are. So in order to make anything in this project, we are using just one VI. I'm creating here and saving immediately and naming it main VI as a main VI. Okay, according to the specification, here are the front panel for, let's call it application. Then let's first put the control and indicator onto this. Because we are modern guys, so we are using the Fuse design system. Definitely we need a quit button. Quit. This will be the label, and the text of the button is quit. Okay. Definitely we need a numeric. Let me pin is here. Numeric indicator which indicates that what is the current number. Okay, right click representation and do 64, which I'm choosing. The main important thing is that it should be a integer number. Also, we want a numeric control, which will be our guess uh, input. Let's call it like this, and we don't want to use the we don't want to see the increment decrement part of its control. here. Let's call it button guess, and calling its text says guess. Maybe we can put some explanation mark if we want. Doesn't matter too much. And of course, uh, we need a string indicator, which sorry, here like this, and let's call it result. Okay, I think we almost finished all the front panel parts, just making a little bit nicer and more aligned. And sorry, and turning off the label because we are not interested in on the button. Here we are, and here we set icon to VI name because it looks much nicer. Okay, so let's develop the application logic on the block diagram because it's a dialogue-like application, so definitely we need to have a main value which is always wait for uh, doing the things, and in that uh, while loop we are defining a case structure. This case structure will uh, uh, help us to decompose a little bit the code and help us to organize it more nicely than just put it in an event structure and doing like this. So what we are doing, we are creating first an enum constant, and we start to fill it. The first state which we will put here is init, and then we are clicking on the edit items. Here, the next state is wait for event and make it move done, and then the next one is guess is too high, guess is too low, or a 2 doesn't matter, maybe it's just guess is high and guess is low, guess is off, and finally the close. Okay, because we are seeing an enumeration, we immediately make a type there and save it. So open type there, we get this window, the name it state, and after control plus S, so saving it, I'm leaving it state.ctl. Okay, so this is the okay, I forget to mention that we are using state machine design pattern. So state machine design pattern, we need the state machine as a shift register, and we have an initialize state from which we immediately jump to the wait for event state. Okay, and yeah, we will develop soon the initialization, and developing the rest of the application. Definitely for the wait for event, we need a event structure because in this part of the application we are waiting for user event. Definitely we need an event case which corresponds to the button quit. Okay, value change, perfect. I'm bringing the boolean here and plus Control C, Control V, and from this state when we are the button quit button pressed, we are going to the close. Here we are, and going here in order not to forget anything and making it nice and clear, making some alignment. And here I this this check the use default if unwired, because in this case I definitely need to fill this tunnel in every case, and it prevents to make it unaccepted or un unexpected situation. Yeah. So what next? Okay. So what else we have? We have the guess results. Okay, button guess, no problem. Here we are. Okay. In order to make it, I forget that this is the sorry, the current guess input is should be also represented as U64. Okay, so this is the guess input, this is the result, this is the current number. Okay, I forget to mention the specification, but current number is always a random number. To in the initial state, let's make a random. Here, right click numeric, and here is the random number. This is the new one. That's why I used U64, because in this random number, this is the default representation, and I'm using right click create all controls and indicator. Sorry, right click create all constant, because I want the, the guessing between 0 and 100. Okay, so the guess the number is which we guessing is there. Let's develop the logic. We are putting the button guess here in order to access the uh, uh, the the current number here in this case case branch. We need to right click create a property node value. Okay, so we access the value from that indicator. Of course, it's in lots of cases this is not good to store important value in the indicator, but because this exercise is about practicing uh, property nodes and things like this, that's more than acceptable. Right click, so we have now the error input and error output, which we definitely want to wire. So we are going to erroring, no error at the beginning, and we are putting like this. Okay, here we are. If we are correct, fully correct, we are replacing the shift register, and then today we won't use it heavily, that this error structure can be extended for a generalized error handling, but not for today. This is the simple example. So what we should do, we should compare the guess input to this value. Let's see, comparison. We need a greater, sorry, we need a comparison greater, we need a comparison less. Okay, so guess input value, okay, the same, guess input 1, and sorry, I make a mistake because I put it into the wrong place here, so I the button click, it doesn't require this complication. Button guess, so I made a Control X cut and Control V as a paste, and okay, because we lose the reference, we get a property node here. We are good because uh, here we can say that current number create reference, and we can connect it like this. Okay, and just as always, error is going there. Good, good. In order to make the logic uh, better, we are depending on it, what is the guess and what is the relation to the actual value. Uh, First, we are going to the guess high, guess is high state. Okay, here we are. So it's going to the next state. Otherwise, we are going to the sorry, another one here. Okay, I'm going to little it right. And if this is true, then we are sure that the gas is low. So, mm, and otherwise, we create a constant and we are going gas is okay. It is not greater, not less, then we definitely figured out the number. Okay, so we fill everything here. So after pressing the button guess, we are uh, reading the uh, value from the current number. We are making the comparison uh, with guessed input, and depending on that, what is the logic dictates, we are going to uh, this state, or this state. Okay, let's just check that what we forget for the bit button quit. Here we are. Now we just have the timeout, but we don't need this, so I just delete this in case. All the tunnels now are good with the event case. So let's go uh, for the next case. Just before I forget, I'm correcting the error wire here, and good. Here we go. Of course, what we is missing is here, as you can click in here, injecting here is that the value condition term is not fired. Not surprising because the close state, which is where we are going here, it is not implemented yet. Okay, so let's add the case after, and this is the guess high case. Very first thing what we are doing that we are going back to the wait for next event, and in case of guess is high, we want to uh, make a message and make it nice with the coloring things. So we are just creating a property node here, and the value which is we are looking for. So environment the error here, change out right, and create constant. We are saying that gas too high, too high, and then exclamation mark. If we want plus, if we are going for the next property, selecting the text color, background color, and here right click create constant, and let's have a red, a hot color, put it as a background. We are good. We don't want to make anything else. Okay, in order to make it quicker, right click here, duplicate case, and this that, automatically goes to guess is low case because this is the next case uh, here in your enumeration. And because we duplicated it, it copied everything, so we don't need to fulfill this one here or this one here. So it's faster. Of course, we have to change the text and of course change the color. That's like bluish because it's too low, cold. Again, right click, duplicate case, guess is oak. So we have to change that. Hooray, you are good. Okay. And as always, we are putting here a much nicer green color, which is the good case. And the last one is right click, add case after, and this automatically goes for the close. What we should do for the close doesn't matter too much what is the next state, because what we are doing here is let's stay let's stay in the close state. We don't need the error wire, so we are going here, and here we are right click, pull on true constant, and bringing this here, and here right click, use default icon wire. Okay, let's see what we created. Okay, more or less almost finished. Let's make it a little bit smaller, better, just nicer a little, and here we are. Okay, save everything and run. So we see here that the current number is 38. So if we are guessing 0 as a default, bam, we are good. So it's not working as we expected. What happened here? Let's see that if we are making a big number and it's too high, it's good. But if we are going here, hooray, we are good. If we are 8, yes, we are still saying it's good. So let's see what is the program. It is the evaluation in the button guess. So we are, it's wired badly. So let's wire here and try it again. Okay. So current number is 3. So going here with 0. Oh, too low. At 11, too high. 3. Good. Okay. Some finalizer touch, because if you see that we didn't clear here uh, neither the string, neither or its background, and of course we want to clear the guest input, because it's much nicer to use as a default value. In case of if we are building an Excel application, then it goes always for the default value, so always to 0, but it's much more elegant if we are using for initial state, and first of all we just going here and create constant and clear everything, so it's now empty. Also here we are create property node value, change all to right, let's say create constant, let's put it at 0, and put it in the wire here, and also right click here, create property nodes. Okay, let's use now a little the other version. Right click, application control, property node, firing the reference here, the error wire here, and selecting the property, which is text color, background color, change all to right, right click, create constant, let's put it white. Okay, and finally the error goes here. Control pursue some, let's say, nicer layout if we want. It's not nice enough because I prefer a full vertical uh, arrow line if it's possible, and for this kind of complex city I don't see why we shouldn't be uh, more uh, we shouldn't put attention on these things. Okay, like this. Here we are. Let's test it. Okay, everything everything seems good. Guess, quit. If you want, we can clear in the quit state as well. Let's put it 11. Guess. Okay. Quit. Restart. And start it. Okay. So that was it. This was our simple application. Let's see what we learned. First, uh, we created some states. In the states, we are used not just the init wait for event and close, but also in order to make it nicer uh, code and not put everything into one place, namely here in the wait for event. We are put it here just a logic which decides that what is the our next state, and in the next state we are using the UI modification, the UI setup. Okay, thank you. That's for today.